Good afternoon. We're at the Mendoza property. We're going to be completing a repairability test. Be on the back slope, which is southeast. We have this damaged shingle. We'll do our repair test on this one, which we've identified with an X. And then we have all the shingles surrounding that damaged one marked up as well. I'll give you an overview of all of those surrounding shingles before we get started. And I'll show you the results once we're finished. For my tools, we'll be using a hammer, flat bar, roof snake, and putty knife. We started with the putty knife. We'll use that to unseal the top shingle there, number 7. Then we'll use the flat bar to unseal the rest of those shingles. We'll see how those two different tools affect the shingles differently. We'll start removing these nails now. Should be all of the nails. Slide that damaged shingle out. Now we'll get this new shingle in place, get it all lined up nicely. Alright, start getting some nails in there now. We'll be using the roof snake for that. Alright, we're all complete with the repair test. Give you another overview of all of those surrounding shingles. And we'll take a closer look at these tabs right above the new shingle. You can see some stress fractures along these tabs where that matting broke along the shingle there. You can see that all along there. Same thing up on this one. Stress fracture to the top. What those stress fractures are is, like I said before, it's that matting on the shingle breaking, which is damaging the integrity of that shingle and also affecting its water shedding capabilities, with it being weaker in those areas with the stress fractures. It's not going to allow those shingles to do what they were designed to do to the best of their ability, which is shed water. See, that's real bad in the corner there. With these shingles being weakened from those damages, those stress fractures, that's going to weaken the shingle's capabilities. Give you a side-by-side comparison as well with these shingles here that we had to lift in order to complete that repair test, compared to the shingles up here, the unaffected shingles that we did not have to touch or manipulate at all in order to complete that repair test. We can see a difference in the condition of those shingles with those stress fractures compared to the unaffected shingles up there. And we'll take a look at any mat transfer. See quite a bit of mat transfer here, where that piece of matting stuck to the top of that shingle. You can see where that came off the bottom of that tab, leaving all of that exposed fiberglass. So that will also be weakening the shingle, weakening its capabilities, damaging the integrity of the shingle, and it's going to make it difficult for those shingles to reseal properly once repairs have been made. Real bad mat transfer along this one as well. You can see all of that exposed fiberglass showing on the bottom of that tab. See that mat transfer there, leaving the exposed fiberglass. Check on that damaged shingle, see if we're seeing any mat transfer along the top. Looks like we have a little bit there. Should be able to see that on the bottom of these tabs over here. Should be along the bottom of this tab. Yep, we can see that mat transfer where that piece of matting came stuck onto that damaged shingle there. Came off the bottom of this tab here, leaving all of the exposed fiberglass showing through there. You can see some more mat transfer along this one as well. See some more mat transfer along this one. All of the exposed fiberglass. And at the beginning of the video, when we were unsealing, which the unsealing is going to be the cause of that mat transfer, I pointed out we used that putty knife to unseal the top shingle there, number 7, and we used the flat bar to unseal the lower shingles, and we can see mat transfer along both of those rows. So we can see either tool that is used, whether it be a putty knife or flat bar, it's going to be impossible to get around that mat transfer. And so with all of that, I do not believe that repairs are feasible to this roof, as we can see all of the stress fractures and the matting transfer that was caused by the repair test. And that repair test should give us the most accurate results in determining whether or not this roof is repairable, as we're pretty much just simulating a repair, doing all of the same things, manipulating the shingles the same way you would for an actual repair. So this is going to be how the repairs look with those stress fractures and mat transfer. And with those damages, this area is now going to be a potential leak hazard because of that, because of those damages weakening the capabilities of all of those surrounding shingles. And we can see we have an additional 1, 2, 3. We got shingle 5, 6, and 8 there that have been damaged. So we have an additional 3 damaged shingles just from repairing this one wind damaged shingle here. So I do not believe that repairs are feasible, as the repairs would be leaving repairs on this roof looking like this, with damages to those surrounding shingles and potential leak hazards all over this insured's roof. So I do not believe that that would be indemnification if repairs were to be made. So with that being said, I do not believe the roof is repairable. I'll go and chalk up all those damages and get some better pictures of those. Thank you for your time.